Hello everybody, happy 2013. The knife you see here in front of you is the Spyderco Superleaf. It's been out probably about 2 years would be my guess, and I got it when it first came out. I've never done a video on it in the past. The reason I've decided to do a video on this knife now is that Spyderco has discontinued this knife, and it will not be available forever, so I figured I'd get some information out on it, because indeed I have always liked this knife. It's based on the Super Hawk, which was a knife that came before this with a hawkbill blade, and I think that's where this kind of hook at the end here, I think that's left over from the hawkbill design, because with the hawkbill you're going to be pulling. It doesn't serve as much, it's not as functional in this design, for obvious reasons, the leaf-shaped blade. But it is comfortable, nonetheless. This knife has a big old slab of VG10 steel made in Seki City in Japan, and again it's called the Superleaf because of its leaf-shaped blade. Black G10 handles. It's got the wire clip, plenty strong, and it also features the compression lock, which is also found most popularly probably on the paramilitary too. It is a little bit harder to access the compression lock on this knife because of this cutout here. Isn't as big as on the paramilitary too, so there's not quite as much room for your finger to get in on. You can see, just get the tip of your finger in there, but I've never had a problem with it. You can see the skeletonized liners inside there. It's got standoff, so it's, easy to clean, all the standard stuff. It does have phosphor bronze washers, so it's very smooth. A little bit of jimping here, but I find it's not the normal Spyderco jimping. It's not real sharp, it's kind of rounded. And also, interestingly, it sits below this part of each side of the handle here, so the jimping is actually down below the level of the handle scales. So again, not super functional, but I'm not huge on jimping anyway. This handle especially kind of locks you in. You can see here the choil up front, more than a 50-50 choil. So more than 50% of the blade makes up that choil. Again, because the blade's so thick, I find it's very comfortable. This isn't too thin for when you grip it or anything. Again, this knife has been discontinued, so you may be able to find it at a good price if you look around, although I haven't looked around, so I don't know if that's true or not. But one little design feature that I'm not so happy with is the way that this part of the tang here sticks up, kind of like the old paramilitary. And when they came out with the paramilitary 2, you can see that they got rid of that, and so that's just one less thing to kind of grab your to grab onto anything really. One less protrusion. But this knife is rock solid. VG10's a great steel, plenty tough, easy to sharpen. If you like this knife, again, I recommend getting a hold of it while you can, because it is on the 2013 discontinued list. One last thing I wanted to mention is its similarity to the SNG. A lot of similarities as far as blade length. They're very close in blade length, almost identical. They both have the choil so you can choke up. Very similar in thickness. I will have the measurement of that thickness down below in the comment, or in the in the comment box there. Very, very similar in many ways. All the way down to even the thickness of these, of the scales with this liner, is the same as the two sides of the SNG. So it's very similar to an SNG. Obviously much less expensive, but you get the hard use lock. You know, you get the nice thick blade like an SNG. A lot of very similar features. So that is the Spyderco Superleaf. Should still be available at this point in time, but again, won't be available much longer. And very reasonably priced. I think I paid about 120, 130 bucks for this, and just a cool knife. So I want to thank everybody for watching. Thanks to my new subscribers. I have got some new subscribers since I last made a video. That is appreciated. And we'll see you guys on the next video. Any questions or comments? I'd love to hear them as always. Thanks again, guys.